folks, welcome again. Welcome into our newly built wigwam.
Yay, we're so excited to have you guys here today. So today we're going to be talking about one of the most important survival and bushcraft skills, and that is knot tying. Most of us think we know how to tie a knot, and you're probably right. But the thing is there's many different kinds of knots out there, and they're all used for different reasons. And so we're going to be looking today at a knot called the box knot, which is different than the square knot. The box knot is really cool because, could you do the honors? Say you have a stick right here. Let's say this is a tree or even a pole in a wigwam, and you want to be able to attach a stick right across it to make the letter T. Any kind of T,
Capital
really.
T, lowercase t.
The thing to remember is you use the box knot when you want to be able to attach one stick that is vertical and one stick that is horizontal, so that they do not move. And so this is one of the knots that me and Augie use probably
often.
Most frequently, actually.
And so, as you can see, since there's quite a bit of ice and snow on the ground, we don't want to be sleeping directly on that. That would be pretty cold, which is why we're going to be building some beds today.
Woohoo! I did show you guys a certain kind of bushcraft bed in the lean-to winter camping video that we did last year when Yuki was a baby puppy. He was so cute. But this one is quite different in a lot of ways. The one last time didn't use any rope at all. This one is going to use knots. Would you mind taking the camera?
Yeah, absolutely. I do not mind.
If I put all of my weight down on it, it's not going to go anywhere. I chose a really brightly colored piece of rope for us to experiment with, so that hopefully it'll be easier for you to see what I'm doing. So the first thing we're going to do, all of you probably know this knot, we're going to just tie an overhand knot. So it doesn't really matter which one I do it on. I'm going to choose the top one for now. And basically all we're going to do is over and under, regular old overhand knot. If you know how to tie your shoes, you know how to do this knot. All this is going to do is help keep the rope in place. Once you're more experienced with this knot, you don't even have to do this one anymore. But for now, to make it easier on ourselves, because we're learning, we're going to use this to help keep the rope in place. We want to make sure that the tail is long enough that we can tie another knot with it at the end. And so I usually give about a hand's length. You can see this box knot over here. We're going to call these the parallel bars, okay? And parallel means that they are side by side. They are not crisscrossing. And so with this knot, you never, ever crisscross. It's always parallel, except for one time, and we'll talk about that after. We're going to go down and around the back, because if we want to secure this one to this one, we definitely have to wrap around the back one, right? So we're going to wrap around. Now, if we want to make these parallel bars, we're going to come down here and up here. You're not going to come down here and up here, okay? So bring it here, pull it under, and bring it up on the same side, okay? So down here, up here. Then we're going to cross, okay? We're going to cross right here. We're not crisscrossing. We're just parallel crossing. And then we're going to go down here and up here. So again, on this side of the top one. Down and up. Okay, good. So now we have our first round of box knot. We still have our tail. We want to make sure that the tail doesn't get lost within all of this craziness because we need it at the end. So that was actually the hardest part, okay? Now all we have to do is retrace our steps. So we're going to go across. You'll see I'm going exactly with this thing that we've already done. We go up the top right, and then bottom right, okay? And then we crisscross, or we just cross, parallel cross, down, bottom left, up to the top left. Now, this is the part that takes a bit of getting used to. Once you know it, you will know it forever. We're going to do this a third time, just to really get in that practice. So we're going to go across the top, and then we're going to go from here to here. Not here to here, and not here to here. Go top, toss it down under the snow and up. There. Okay. So that is the hardest part. Now is the one and only time we do something a little bit different. And it's after we've gone around 2 or 3 times. So again, we want to make sure that we don't tangle up our tail. We want to make sure that's free. And instead of going across like we did before, what we're going to do is now we're actually going to make a circle around the rope, not the sticks. So what that means is we're going to cross down here. You can see already that's very different. There is no green over here already. So instead of going up like this, we're going to go down like this. And we're going to go under. And then we're not going to come up like this. We're going to go like this. And the reason is because once you have done that, you have now made a circle around all of your parallel bars, as you can see here. And so what happens then, if you stay right there, I'm going to pull really hard on this. You can see it pull really tightly. And that tightens all the parallel bars. So I'm not going to let that go. I'm going to hold that tightness. I'm going to swing it around all of those parallel bars again. And I'm going to pull really tightly. And so again, you can see the parallel bars, which were straight, are now kind of bending in together. That's what tightens this knot. That's really cool. And so after you do this about 3 times, pull really tightly. You can't pull any more tightly. That's when the tail comes into play. We're going to go over and under and pull. And then we're going to do that one more time. Go over and under and pull. And now, if you take your scissors or your knife, if you're just beginning, I recommend ideally using a pole or a tree for your first time, because that way you don't have your sticks moving around and all that. You can just focus on your knot. Maybe practice your knots when it's not so cold outside. Your fingers will thank you. Yeah, happy knotting.